Hello, my name is Nicole Reyes Palma, and I'm the Regional Advocacy Director for Florida for Compassion and Choices.
Hi everyone, my name is Daisy Orihuela and I'm the Senior Campaign Organizer for the Southeast.
And today we get to share this very special moment with you. We'll be speaking about the Day of the Dead, and we're going to have a couple of segments for you to join in on this incredible celebration.
Dia de Muertos is such an exciting time to share our wishes, and we can't wait to get started on this journey. See you then.
Welcome back. Dia de los Muertos reminds us that life is meant to be celebrated even after death. Today, we're going to talk about end-of-life care wishes and Daisy's experience.
Thank you for joining us on this exciting celebration.
What does Dia de los Muertos teach us about celebrating life and remembering our loved ones? And how does this influence your views on end-of-life planning?
Dia de Muertos is all about embracing life. It's also an opportunity to honor the lives of those who have passed. For me, it really is an opportunity to really take a moment and to consider what my end-of-life wishes should look like and what I desire them to be.
As you honor your loved ones today, are there any aspects of their lives or end-of-life wishes that inspire you to think about your own advanced care planning?
Yes, absolutely. With my grandmother, I particularly remember her wish and her desire to be surrounded by loved ones at home. And truly, this has given me that opportunity to consider what my wishes are and what preferences I would want in the end of life.
And I'm so thankful for you for sharing that experience. As some of you know, my grandmother, before passing away, actually left us an advanced care plan, and she talked about the importance of having mariachi at end of life. We made sure to have that for her, and it turned into a beautiful celebration. So these are truly those important moments to start these conversations.
Yes, you want to have that opportunity to really express what your end-of-life wishes are in that moment so you can be celebrated exactly how you want to be celebrated.
And I love how you said that, which kind of leads me to the next part. Building an ofrenda is a thoughtful way to honor those that you love and have passed. Are there any specific ways that you would like to be remembered?
Yes, I would love to be remembered in a way where we celebrate the things that I love throughout my life. And a big part of that can be everything from photos to flowers. As some of you might know, I absolutely love flowers, and being absolutely decorated with them would be everything for me. I would also love candles, and potentially I think it's important to have that moment where I can have that connection with my loved ones. So by doing so, I would love to have letters written out for them as well.
And that's a wonderful idea. I think the letters is actually one of those that I would like to try myself. What advice would you give others who are just starting in this process?
I'd say to start small, really take account of those traditions, those cultural beliefs that you value, and make it a part of your advanced care planning. Take your time and really consider what you value.
Thank you for this wonderful conversation. And now we'll send it off to Alyssa.
Undas is the time that extends between All Saints and All Souls Day. It's also known as Araw ng Mga Patay or Day of the Dead. It's a time when many Filipinos visit the final resting places of their loved ones to clean and place flowers and candles. It's a gathering often punctuated by food and celebration. Undas celebrations derive from Spanish, Chinese, and indigenous traditions. Like a lot of the Filipino-American experience, it's a fusion of different worlds and different identities. My mom immigrated to America from the Philippines in the 1980s and started a family with my father in Nevada. My father, who I called Papa, died shortly after their 31st anniversary. My father's urn sits on a shelf in the house that I grew up in. Next to it, there's a pair of his old motorcycle goggles and a picture of him next to one of his old work trucks. My Lola rests in an apartment tomb in Albay province in the Philippines, where a lot of my family still lives. Her name was Anasita, but everyone in the family called her Mama Sit. It's a little difficult for me to visit Mamasit, so I decided to set up a special spot where I can have my own Undas celebration. And since this celebration is happening at home, I'll add some things they loved to honor Mamasit and Papa. Here's a rug that I'm working on that reminds me of the rugs Mamasit used to make. A reminder of Star Trek: The Next Generation, one of Mamasit's favorite shows to watch when she lived with us. I'll add a stack of books because my dad's favorite hobby was reading, and it's really hard to conceptualize his other favorite hobby of watching dash cam footage on the internet. Here's a reminder of the landscape of Nevada, where my dad called home for most of his life. Celebration is a key part of Undas. So like many holidays or special occasions, I'll make some lumpia the way my mom taught me how to do it, and I'll pull out our old sungka game. I am a part of multiple cultures, and you may be too. My celebration may look a little different than yours, but the love we share for those we've lost is a common thread that unites all of us. How we hold their memories in our hearts is our story to tell. This holiday, I invite you to take some time for reflection and tell the stories of your loved ones so that their memories may also live on.
Hello and welcome to my home today. I will be sharing how to create an altar today along with papel picado. Papel picado is a traditional banner that is used usually for the Day of the Dead, and along the way I'll also share some stories. Let's go ahead and get started. To make papel picado, you'll need colorful tissue paper, scissors, a document clip, a white piece of paper, and thread to hold up your banner. After you've gathered all your materials, you want to start by sketching your design. You can choose themes like flowers or abstract shapes. Each design is meant to reflect a memory you have with a loved one. As I work on this craft, I'm reminded of my grandmother and the many hours we spent together crafting. She was an avid crafter, and oftentimes we would make everything from paper dolls to pillowcases. Once you're done designing, you want to place the white piece of paper around the tissue paper to give you a sense of what your design is going to look like. As you continue and you start cutting, I like to take this moment to be mindful of those memories I've shared with my loved ones that have passed. Once your pieces are cut out, you can take this moment to decide if you want to put this on a piece of string or if you want to use them as display for your altar. Today I'll be using it as display on my altar. Oftentimes these banners are used year after year as a reminder of a moment you shared with a loved one. I also would encourage everyone to take these moments as a reminder of that person's end of life wishes. As we continue, I'll show you what it looks like to put an altar together. Let's get started. To begin, you're going to want to find a sturdy table or surface as your base. This will serve as the foundation for your altar. The first item you see me lay down is a sarape, or a traditional blanket. The one I'm using is one that was given to me by my sister and I've used many years over for Día de Muertos. The next item is papel picado, something we're a little more familiar with. These are delicately cut paper decorations that represent the fragility of life. I tend to choose colors that are bright as it tends to convey joy and celebration. They can either be draped across the altar or they can be hung in a nearby surface. The next item that you will want to be adding is candles. Candles are crucial for illuminating the altar. Día de los Muertos spans several days and nights, and because of that, you want to make sure that it's illuminated at all times. You can place them around flowers and figurines, lighting and guiding you towards the altar. As you light them, it's always nice to say a few words of remembrance for your loved ones. The next part of this would be marigolds, or as we like to call them, cempasúchil. They are symbolic of the sun and encourage a welcoming and festive atmosphere. The next part of this is personal items. Some people will add the person's favorite food or something of importance to them. I'm adding these figurines. They are artisanal, and I have a cat and a skull. These were given to me many years ago in Mexico, and I always make sure to add them to my altar. As you arrange each element, take a moment to reflect on the memories that you share with your loved ones, and take a moment to honor these people. The altar is ultimately not a display, it's a heartfelt tribute. Thank you so much for joining me on honoring our loved ones.